Let's see what you're missing out on, plebs.
You dumb fucking simp.
Cut this man's dick! Show for intellectuals only. Get out, plebs! All right, everybody. Hopefully, we're broadcasting live now to Flash Fried. Which you guys, I know, like Scotty will be along in a moment. I had to beat the shit out of him, and he's cleaning himself up. You know,
bad timing on
I had
that.
to kick his ass.
Can you kick his ass after the show next time?
Look, when you got to kick an ass, you got to kick a fucking ass, Paul.
Okay, fair enough. That's the only answer I would have accepted.
You know, especially, I know you don't have brothers, Paul. You got sisters, so you kind of understand. You might not understand the brother thing, but you understand the sibling thing. There comes a point with your siblings.
They kicked my ass, but yeah, I've been on the other end of that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, you just know there's a point where, you got to kick an ass or you got to take an ass beating. Now, of course, I never took an ass beating from Scotty because he's, scrawny little weak bitch. But what you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What can you do?
Nothing. Can't do shit. Can't do shit.
We can do Flash Fried.
Yeah.
That is something that we can do. Is that true?
Yeah,
is Scotty buying you all the McRibs right now?
Yeah, that's why I was beating his ass. I was like, you better get to that McDonald's and buy those fucking McRibs, dude. Tired of this shit.
I don't know what tea this is that I have today, but it's very tangy and I like it. You ever had a tangy tea?
No, I don't think so.
This one's got like a tang to it. Almost citrusy.
So I wanted to see if you I want to tell you about this new rapper, Beauregard.
Oh yeah.
This guy?
I've heard of this idiot. Yeah.
Yeah, he's all right.
Just busted onto the scene. You know what I mean?
What do you think? We'll play a little maybe snippet of it here.
Time with Marshall. Let's go. I don't know any way to go but hard. I don't know how to pay my credit card. You just a guppy, I'm that big shark. I'm with the French, call me Beauregard.
I don't care if you can see my Discord. What kind of secrets do I have in my Discord? People are screaming because I had to minimize the screen to change a setting or something. They're like, Paul, we can see your Discord. I don't care.
Paul, we can see your Discord, Paul. We know all your secrets, Paul. We see it all.
We know a Discord filled with dirty, filthy secrets. You know what I mean? I just have a Discord.
This Beauregard, faggot ass name, but rap's all right.
Okay, number one, you just use the F slur. Number two,
that's true. Apologize. Sorry.
I mean, yeah, the guy is a dope rapper. I'm not gonna lie. Marshall Manson on the beat though. Probably did 90% of the work, I would guess.
Keep my shit up in a jar just like a Marlon Wayans.
Wasn't it Damon Wayans who kept his shit up in a jar?
Yeah, but it was Marlon who wrote that sketch.
Oh.
You brought the cash cause I ain't never paying. Got me bouncing cause the beat went fucking Super Saiyan. Yeah, I'm about to flex now.
Yeah, so I thought some people might want to know that this rapper's out there. This Beauregard.
Yeah, go check out Marshall.
He just launched his own Twitter and stuff too. You can check that out.
He's got his own Twitter and everything. The whole nine.
It's crazy. The whole 9 yards.
Yeah,
the whole 9 yards. A song and a Twitter. I mean,
a song and a Twitter. That's a lot. That's all you
all
need to
9 of those yards.
Days.
That's all 9 of them right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a DBZ reference in there, Master Roshi, and I'm glad you're the one that caught it.
Yeah, because Master Roshi. I mean,
of course, he's going to be the one. He's going to be the one.
Definitely want to be the fucking one to be like, oh yeah.
What the fuck is even going on anymore? I had an existential crisis last night.
Cool. I like those.
Where I was just like, what do I do for a living? And my brain just came up with 9 million answers and no answers all at once, and I fucking I fell into a deep introspective depression that led to a sleep.
And then you woke up and it's time to work. Or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, I don't get that as much anymore. Every once in a while it'll still hit me like, what the fuck do I do for a living? But usually it's when something really weird's happening.
Yeah. Well, I did just move.
Yeah.
I didn't take any mushrooms or anything, though. If that's what you're referring to.
What the fuck is this? Okay, so this I guess this news site tracks through stories.
Huh? What?
If you leave it just on, it just starts scrolling to another story. Because I open it up, I'm like, I didn't pull this shit. But this is great. This story is great though. Anti-gay Hungarian politician Joseph Zahar or Zajar, I don't know, Jay's work in Hungarian, resigns after being caught attending 25-man orgy in breach of COVID-19 rules.
Isn't there a Batman villain, like a serial killer named Cesar or whatever? Or like a Batman villain?
There could very well be. I would not.
Like a denizen of fucking Arkham Asylum. What's his fucking name? Victor Saz. That's right. Yeah.
There you go.
Victor Saz. How do I know
You're
more about DC than you do? I don't even like DC.
I don't know.
Anyway, what did he do? He had a 25-man orgy, broke his own COVID rules.
And not only did he break his COVID rules, but he's apparently an anti-gay politician. But meanwhile, he's
when are people gonna stop being shocked by these revelations? Like these 90% of these anti-gay politicians are sucking as much dick as they can get their lips around. We've known this for a long time.
I was just surprised by the sheer amount of men he was with at that time.
That is a big ass orgy, but he is a politician in Hungary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's hungry for that dick.
Uh-huh.
An anti-gay member of the European Parliament has resigned from his position after he was caught fleeing from what was described as a 25-man orgy in Brussels, Belgium.
He flew?
Yeah, he fled. Yeah. He fled to the fucking scene. He was like, ah! And he ran off.
What the fuck?
Pulled the dick right out of his ass. He's like, oh, shit. Joseph Sahar, I'm going to go with that pronunciation, an MEP, member of European Parliament from Hungary's ruling Fidesz party, quit on Sunday after he was caught breaching Belgium's strict lockdown rules to attend the gathering.
The gathering?
On Saturday, police found 25 naked men at the gathering, including Sahar and two diplomats from the EU. Belgian newspaper La Dernière Heure reported. Fucking European stories and their stupid pronunciations. Local media described the gathering as an orgy. I think that's a pretty fair description. 25 naked dudes writhing around in a fucking puddle. That's an orgy.
Yeah.
The number in attendance breaches the country's COVID-19 restrictions, which ban gatherings of more than 4 people. Limit your orgies to 4, everybody. I know it's tough.
For this guy, though, clearly his appetites exceed just 4 dudes at a time.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
you got to rotate 3 dudes in. 3 dudes come in, fuck all your holes, leave. 3 dudes, more dudes come in,
Wouldn't that defeat the purpose too, though? Because all those dudes have to be in a waiting room together, right? How are you gonna spread out all these dudes? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might have to have tiered waiting rooms. It gets expensive after a while.
He is a Hungarian politician, though. You got to figure he can afford it.
The politician was caught climbing out the first floor window and spotted fleeing along the gutter. The public prosecutor's office said. In a statement,
respect the hustle. He wasn't going to get taken out. He wasn't going to get caught, at the gay orgy house.
He should have just brought a GIMP mask. Then no one would have been able to identify him. Just, oh, shit.
Well, they would have arrested everybody and then made him remove the GIMP mask, and then it would have been even worse. Then he would have been caught at a gay orgy with a GIMP mask on, which is
yeah, I guess you're right.
You know what I mean?
A newspaper article appeared in the Belgian press today about a house party in Brussels on Friday, which I attended. It wrote, this is him writing about his fucking thing. After the police asked for my identity, since I did not have ID on me, I declared that I was an MEP. I deeply regret violating the COVID restrictions. It was irresponsible on my part. I am ready to stand for the fine that occurs. Yeah, I don't think that's I don't think that should be your top fucking concern at the moment. Sahar, a long-serving member of Prime Minister Viktor Orban's party, helped draft the country's anti-gay constitution. The amendment effectively banned gay couples, single people, and unmarried straight couples from adopting children, Following Sahar's resignation, Hungary's ruling Fidesz party wrote in a statement that he had made the right decision when he resigned. He made the right decision. We acknowledge his decision, just as we acknowledge that he has apologized to his family, his political community, and to the voters. Good for them.
Sorry, I took 25 dicks in the ass. My bad. Yeah.
Oopsie.
You know, I can't remember his name ever, but who was the anti-gay politician that got caught tippy-tapping his foot under the stall?
Oh, what was that guy's name?
And then he had that weird press conference where, like, his wife was there with him.
There's been so many fucking outed gay Republicans.
He's the one I remember the most.
Larry Craig? Was that the one?
Oh, yeah. Larry Craig. Yeah. That was him. Larry Craig. Yeah. Tippy tapping.
And then, like, they found that weird video of him, like, years earlier, like, when he was, like, attacking Bill Clinton, and he was all like, you know, Bill Clinton was a naughty little boy. He's going to need a spanking.
Oh, Larry Craig.
Ugh. Larry Craig, come on.
Yeah.
This might be it, actually.
Chris Math talking about the book on
bring about a censure resolution, and it's a slap on the wrist. It's a bad boy, Bill Clinton. You're a naughty boy.
Well, it's not like he didn't tell him already. You know what I mean? It's not like he didn't tell him.
Tell him.
That's basically coming out on live TV right there, you know?
Yeah, it's a naughty boy.
The American people already know that Bill Clinton is a bad boy, a naughty boy. I'm going to speak out for the citizens of my state who, in the majority, think that Bill Clinton is probably even a nasty, bad, naughty boy.
All right. Well, you know what I mean? What's he got to do? Show up on the fucking floor of Congress in assless chaps or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean?
Yeah, just start taking off his suit. I'm a sweet transvestite. You know, it's like, what the fuck? Like, how fucking obvious it's got to be.
In the Navy, just start stripping, and he's got nipple tassels on.
7 seas. Yeah, they're just spinning around. Ooh.
Oh shit, man! These fucking poor bastards. You can't really feel bad for them because it's like, why would you seek power and then seek to oppress the people that you are? You know what I mean? It's one thing to be like closeted and anti-gay in your personal life, to be like kind of like trying to cover for it, but like, why do you have to take that to the halls of power?
Yeah, I think it's just like way overcompensating at that point.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
I hate gays so much, I passed legislation against them. And that night, it's like, oh yeah, oh. Like, come on.
Oh, my God.
And
dude, I remember seeing...
Come on now.
Oh, who was that? There was a big pastor, too. Ted Haggard. Remember Ted Haggard?
Oh, yeah. Ted Haggard, man. All that preaching and proselytizing against gays. Then he was like, getting butt fucked and doing meth in a fucking hotel room and shit. Love it.
Damn.
Not just fucking. I mean, like, so it's one thing. Like when these guys, like, I don't know. Maybe this is like, maybe this is an outmoded way of thinking. But like, when I heard Ted Haggard was gay, I thought like, well, he was probably like the top though, right? He's like, nope, he was the bottom. It's like, okay, so he's like getting fucked in the ass and he's doing meth in a hotel room? Okay. Cool.
Hey, man, the devil tempts those who, work hardest against him. You know what I mean, TJ? That's what happens, you know? Ted Haggard was a warrior for God, and the devil threw temptations at him that would it would gag a maggot, TJ, if you knew.
That was pretty much his excuse. He's like, listen, the devil. The devil,
yeah.
He done tempted me.
Apparently,
the latest update with Larry Craig is in 2014. A federal judge ruled that Craig had to pay a hefty $242,000 fine for misuse of campaign funds. So that's the last time he was on the radar, huh? Oh, Scotty, where's my McRibs?
McRibs?
You got my McRibs? Oh, you're getting your ass beat again, Scotty. I don't know
shit,
what the fuck.
dude, I'm sorry, bro. I fucking hate.
All right. Well, that was the brief Scotty appearance we have scheduled for today.
There goes Scotty.
There he was.
That was quick. That was brief. Oh, here he's back. He's back.
Brief appearance by Scotty.
What are you doing, Discord? Discord decided to fucking update and restart. I don't know why.
Dude, you just got forced.
Restart. You're gone, Scotty. You're gone.
You just got force fucked by Discord.
We were just talking about how wonderful these. So we were just talking about a politician in Hungary it was an anti-gay politician who got caught in a 25-man orgy.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to pull that.
Yeah. Yeah, he was hoping that someone was going to pull that too.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
I'm sure several people were pulling that before the cops busted it up.
And then we started reminiscing about Larry Craig, and I played that old clip of Larry Craig. I'm just going to play it again because it's fucking. I can't even believe how far it goes with this shit.
There's some foot tapping.
The Senate certainly can bring about
This is the guy that tapped his foot in the airport restroom because, like, apparently that's like gay dudes fucking the airport restroom.
I guess.
By the way,
I think it's in DC, and like if you're in a men's bathroom, you stick your foot and you tap your foot like that. It's like I am available as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. These gays banning their secret codes. Who can follow it all?
Who knew?
And it's a slap on the wrist. It's a bad boy, Bill Clinton. You're a naughty boy. The American people already know that Bill Clinton is a bad boy, a naughty boy. I'm going to speak out for the citizens of my state who, in the majority, think that Bill Clinton is probably even a nasty, bad, naughty boy.
Dude, reaction reminds me of like a Stanley Kubrick-esque character. He's a nasty, naughty little boy, isn't he?
I want to fucking play Chris Matthews' reaction to that shit in fucking slow mo here. Here. Please. All right, hold on. I love the slow widening of the eyes. He's like,
poor Chris Matthews, dude. He had a nunt going.
Yeah, he still probably does.
The nuts only got bigger, dude.
Fucking Bill Maher.
Yeah, Maher's shitty.
The ghost of Bill Maher comes fucking roaring out of the background.
Rattling his chains. Ooh, I used to be halfway tolerable. Ooh.
There's another dude, like, shockingly enough, that's been pretending he's straight for a long fucking time and won't quit it.
Admit you suck that dick, Bill.
Dude, Bill Maher.
Do you think Bill's gay?
I think Bill Maher is a 100% locked down flyboy. 100%. 100%, dude. He's always.
Have you had personal experience with Maher?
I'm not gonna. You know what? I don't kiss and tell, Scotty, and I definitely don't suck jerk and tell. You know, so
fair enough, Paul. But seems like if you're that certain, there's got to be a reason.
Margaret Thatcher statue. More than 1,000 vow to attend egg throwing contest at unveiling amid backlash.
All right, so we didn't learn this from the Romans, apparently, but this is why you don't make statues to your politicians, okay? Because they just become avatars for abuse for all the people that hated that politician and eventually get defaced. Like, I give it like a month before there's the face is chiseled off of this motherfucker. And it's got like big fake balloon titties every day. You know what I mean?
They're apparently going to put it up on a giant, super huge column to try to like prevent people from being able to actually get to it.
No.
People are going to scale that shit super easy.
Guys, look at that.
People are going to use drones. They'll use those big drones to drop buckets of fucking red paint on it and shit. They're not going to fucking protect this piece of shit.
Yeah, they're going to throw some milkshakes at it, dude. They're going to do everything to this.
This is a 300,000 euro statue, I guess.
I mean, it's like it's way better than the Ruth Bader Ginsburg statue.
Oh yeah, that was hideous. I don't even know what.
You remember the RBG statue?
Oh, no.
They need to get the same person that did this statue to do the RBG statue because. You know, they like
it is at least a better statue.
It's a way more flattering fucking Margaret Thatcher right there.
It is, yeah. I'll give it that.
Backlash over the council's plan to underwrite £100,000 of funding of the unveiling of a Margaret Thatcher statue has prompted more than 1,000 people to promise they will turn up at an egg throwing contest on the same day. Members of Kesteven district. By the way, fuck you. I know I'm not saying you're Kesteven. It's probably like Crestavon or some bullshit.
TJ, yeah, you're fucking it up.
I don't give a fuck. District Council cabinet
TJ
will be asked on Tuesday to approve the spend for an event to unveil the monument to the late former prime minister in Gratham Town Center. The 300,000 pound bronze statue created by sculptor Douglas Jennings will be placed on a 10-foot high plinth to avoid vandalism, making the entire structure over 20 feet tall. Yeah.
Dude, how weak are throwing arms in fucking Great Britain, for fuck's sake, bro?
No.
If only that thing wasn't 10 feet up, I could reach it with a rotten tomato, I could. God damn, I was weak throwing arms here in Great Britain.
They don't get enough vitamin D.
Yeah, it's because they play soccer. All they use is their legs. You know what I mean? Their arms are weak, little like Tyrannosaurus Rex arms. All they use them for is to shovel fish and chips into their disgusting fucking rotten mouths. You know what I mean?
Limey cocksuckers. Twitter user Sammy said wasting 100,000 K on a future rubble pile in the middle of a pandemic, which is being used as a justification to completely wipe out public spending. Yep,
dude. How would you deface the Margaret Thatcher statue if you had to do it quick? You know what I mean? You don't have your way with it, but you got to like chuck one thing at it. What would you chuck at Margaret Thatcher's statue?
I'm not able to like.
Yeah, I don't want to hear your whole elaborate plan for how you're going to kidnap it and like, you know what I mean, turn it into a fuck doll or whatever. Like, no, you have to run by real quick and go, fuck you, Margaret Thatcher, you fucking old cow, you ruined the country. That's how much time you've got, and then you got to chuck a thing and run, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I would say like something
what would
that
you
would
choose?
Like, I don't know, probably like some kind of like paint-filled water balloon or something.
Paint?
Yeah. Something that's going to like, you know, permanently, because like you throw egg or like some kind of rotten fruit or something, like that's pretty easy to just like pressure wash off. I think you need something that's really going to stain that motherfucker.
Dude, I would throw,
or like if you could find some kind of like acid that would dissolve it, maybe. Yeah.
Dude, I wouldn't
dissolve the statue, but it would fuck it up.
I would mix up some liquidy shit with some fucking like super glue and some real heavy ink.
Yeah.
And put that in the balloon and then use one of them wrist rockets to make sure I fucking nailed her, just like plow right in the face. So it just and then I'd run.
Dude, people around that statue would get a Paul shit though. So I'd stand way back if Paul does that.
I mean, how long Brits though?
How long is this statue going to last before being totally and utterly defaced to the point of uselessness? Like, how long until this thing is just like rubble?
Unless they plan on making it a big, unless they plan on putting a big police presence around it on the day they unveil it, I'd say the night after the big ceremony, like the next morning, people will wake up to it defaced in some way. It's on a 10-foot plinth. Somebody's going to jump up on that and draw a mustache on her the first night. I give it less than 24 hours before this is defaced. Unless they decide they're going to put a heavy police presence around it forever and guard it or some shit, which is stupid.
In which case, they're just wasting even more money.
Yeah, wow. Really? Guard a stupid-ass statue?
I don't think they're going to do it, so I'm saying it lasts fucking like about 12 hours before it has some shit all over it.
I think it'll be longer than that. I'm thinking like 2 days. 2 days, man.
It'll last about as long as the police guard is there. As soon as it's no longer guarded, someone's gonna fuck it up.
Yep.
It'd be like if they were unveiling a Trump statue here in America. You know what I mean? Like the motherfuckers, it's fucked. I mean, doesn't matter where you put it, it's gonna get fucked somehow. Someone's gonna fuck with it. Japan enacts law to make coronavirus vaccines free to residents.
I mean, once again, did you pull this to make me feel bad about being a fucking American citizen?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Well, not just you, but everybody.
But
all of us. Yeah,
right. This is madness, guys.
I just wanted to show people like what's happening in like a reasonable country, so they can kind of like compare and contrast.
No, guys, with Operation Warp Speed, because the federal government funded the vaccine, it should be free, right? I'm pretty sure it's going to be free, right?
Sure.
I mean, they're not going to make any money, right?
Japan has
That never
agreed with
happened.
U.S. pharmaceutical giant Pfizer Inc., American firm Moderna Inc., and Britain's AstraZeneca PLC to receive sufficient vaccines for 145 million people when they are successfully developed, earmarking a budget of 671.4 billion yen or $6.4 billion for that purpose. In the accelerating global race to develop vaccines to tackle the pandemic, Pfizer and its German development, blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I mean, like, here's a country where they're like, they found out there's a vaccine. They went to all these companies that have developed the vaccine, and they're like, hey, yeah, once the vaccine's ready, here's money that's earmarked for that. And they're like, okay, cool. You know, but these same companies, some of which are our companies, we ain't gonna be getting that shit for free.
Well, I don't know. We might like it. It depends. It really does depend.
Even if we do get it for free, it's gonna be after some. There's gonna be like debate and shit. I bet. Sure. I don't know how much debate there was in Japan, but maybe there was some. I don't
think we'll be able to get it for free initially, but I think eventually it'll be free. They'll do like clinics or whatever, and that'll be that.
Yeah, it doesn't say what the vote came down to. Like if it was like, I don't know how many people are in the.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. They passed something that's progressive during the middle of a fucking pandemic, and it's shocking to me.
It says here.
Oh, well, you probably pulled a fucking story about it. I was just, never mind. I was going to allude to another thing that's going on in the news, but TJ probably has a story about it.
Oh, okay. So it says in the United States, the government will cover the cost of the vaccines, at least initially. So in the beginning, they are going to pay for people to get vaccinated.
That means until the rich people have gotten it, and the CEOs and all of the members of the government and their family and extended family and friends have gotten it, then they're going to start charging for it. Initially, it'll be free.
Good stuff. Humans waging suicidal war on nature. UN chief Antonio Guterres says, apparently.
Duh.
Duh. Our planet is broken, the Secretary General of the United Nations, Antonio Guterres, has warned. Humanity is waging what he has described as a suicidal war on the natural world. Nature always strikes back and is doing so with gathering force and fury, he told a BBC special event on the environment. Mr. Guterres wants to put tackling climate change at the heart of the UN's global mission. In a speech entitled State of the Planet, he announced that its central objective next year will be to build a global coalition around the need to reduce emissions to net zero.
Listen to the timetable on this shit. Its goal for next year, for 2021, is going to be building a coalition.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully by next year, that coalition will be built, and then we can start addressing this shit.
Well, they want to get it down to, and then 2050 is their goal.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Mr. Gutierrez said
zero
that
by
every
2050.
Country, city, financial institution, and company should adopt plans for a transition to net zero emissions by 2050. In his view, they will also need to take decisive action now to put themselves on the path towards achieving this vision.
What loaded language, dude? Should not must should adopt plans for a transition to. Paul, you've just called it. Looking at the
We're
language
getting ready. We're getting ready to do it.
What's the title of this article?
The title of this article is Humans Waging Suicidal War on Nature.
Click, and then this guy gives this is a blustery speech full of that's all it is. It's bluster, dude. It's not real.
That is true. Human beings are waging a suicidal war on nature and the very planet that we live on and the ecosystems that support that nature. We're killing off our very fucking own lifeboat in the midst of the Black Ocean.
Yeah, but that's the attention-grabbing headline. What he actually says has nothing to do with that. If he actually believes that, then what he's saying is just nothing. It's middling.
Look at this shit right here. Here's his demands.
Here's what he wants to do. Here's his demands here. Put a price on carbon.
Okay.
Phase out fossil fuel finance to end fossil fuel subsidies.
Not end fossil fuels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shift tax burden
subsidies.
From income to carbon and from taxpayers to polluters. Integrate the goal of carbon neutrality, a similar concept to net zero, into all economic and fiscal policies and decisions. These sound like things that we could have that we should have done like 30, 40 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it would have made a difference. But I don't know.
This is a bullet on, dude. Even if we did all of these things in the last one, I love the nebulous last one. Go ahead and read them that one.
Help those around the world who are already facing the dire impacts of climate change.
How?
Yeah.
Who?
Help them solve.
Which
Help.
groups? With how much money? With what? You know what I mean? This is just bullshit. It's all just fucking lip service. Look, dude. We're going to tap dance our way to a burning, flaming fucking grave on this planet. That's just the way it is. This fucking headline is really the only thing that you need to know out of this whole thing, because even if he gets 1 or 2 concessions out of the UN to make a resolution to maybe do this.
So this is this right here is like a half measure at best.
It's less than a half measure.
By the time it's negotiated down, it'll be like a 1/20th measure, some shit. So
yeah, that sounds more right.
You know, but like, even if you, I don't know.
I don't even know what to say. I've been spending a lot of time, you know, fucking civilization bashing, doing my old school fucking anarcho primitivist shit. And I don't know. I'm just angry. I'm just angry at myself, because I don't want to exempt myself from humanity. I'm not trying to act like I'm aloof or I'm doing some fucking extra planet-saving shit that other people ain't doing. I'm just angry at us as a species, myself included, for dragging our feet on this shit, because it really does. It costs beauty and diversity in nature that is central to keeping this planet working properly. And we're all just rushing headlong into it because we're all too fucking lazy to really do it. And don't hit me up in the chat with, well, why don't you just go live out in the woods then? I have no choice, okay? I'm not allowed. If I go live out in the woods, a park ranger will find me and come kick me off the land, and I'll be forced to come back and fucking drink from plastic bottles and shit as a homeless guy. So
not only that, but like amidst the level of fucking biosphere, like ecosystem collapse going on right now, like hiding out in the woods is not going to be like, oh well, I'm shielded from the effects. Like,
I mean, I technically am hiding out in the woods, but I'm still doing all the things that everybody else is doing to destroy the fucking planet. Maybe not at the rate that other people are doing it, but I'm still just as culpable as your average fucking single dude, you know, on his own.
I mean, everyone's guilty when it comes to this shit.
There's no way not to be.
Yourself, yeah, if you exempt yourself, you're full of shit. Like, no, but not me. You know, like, I was talking, it was actually funny. I was talking to Steve earlier today, and he's like, man, these big city liberals, they'll fucking talk about all this shit. Of course, you know, Steve's conservative. He's like, but they're driving these big ass fancy cars, having these huge houses, these huge swimming pools, all that shit. Like, that's destroying the planet too. And I'm like, yeah. I said, that's true. I said, if anyone's like, if there's always one thing you could say about the developed world that's equal, is that maybe some countries are trying a little bit better. They're recycling more and stuff. But overall, like, we're all destroying this fucking planet. Maybe some less than others. Maybe there's a few people out there that aren't. They're helping, but for the most part,
a lot of those countries that are doing better or whatever, they have better initiatives, are benefiting from the countries that aren't, via trade and via goods and stuff. Yeah, that like Sweden might be better at recycling plastic, but they're still using it. True. You know what I mean? Like, they're still consumers of it.
Yeah.
Right. And
palm oil, dude. They're cutting down all these rainforests. Yeah, and it's like,
I just remember
like every fucking first world country on the face of the fucking planet is benefiting from monoculture that's absolutely ruining forested and rainforested lands.
The only thing I remember, I mean, it's not the only thing I remember, but it's an example that always comes up in my mind because it just shows me like how little people really give a shit. Like 15 years ago or so, something like that, Sun Chips introduced this new bag that was like biodegradable and all this stuff, and you know, it was like way better for the environment and all this, and you know, probably still like had problems and shit, but I mean, it was better than the shit they already make the bags out of. But anyway, so it's like, yeah, this new environmentally more friendly bag and stuff, and people are like, yeah, cool, and then it's like, oh, this bag, it crinkles too loud, that's annoying.
Oh yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, okay, we'll bring back the old bag. Sorry about that.
And that was it.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, that's it. The bag was too loud. It's just like, what? So, like, we're literally, like, people are not even, like, the level of, people are like, yeah, we care about the environment. But, like, when it comes to, like, even the smallest imposition, like, this bag crinkles too loud. It's just like, fuck the environment.
None of us care about the environment. And you can tell me if you agree with this. Derek Jensen says, it's not that I participate, because this is his response to the "you critique society, but yet you live in it" crowd, right? He says it's not that I participate in the things that are destroying the planet that you should criticize me for. It's that I'm not out there blowing up the fucking dams. And I could criticize you for the same thing, so shut the fuck up, basically. And that's basically where I'm at too. It's like, if you're going to criticize me for something, criticize me for not taking drastic action at a time when the planet is clearly dying under our feet. And we know what's causing it. We know, or at least exacerbating it at this point. The toxic shit we're dumping, the clear cuts, the fucking dams on the rivers that have destroyed entire fucking ecosystems. It's written all over the place.
It's the idea that consumerism can somehow be the solution. You see why it's not. The example you gave is perfect for that. If something is more inconvenient, people that want things now, right this fucking second, and they don't want, the bag is annoying. If that means that a company is not going to sell as many sun chips, they don't give a fuck what happens to the environment. And consumerism is not the answer.
We're sorry, engaging in that type of shit at a time when people are about to face, like, there not being food at the grocery store and shit. Right? And so it's like,
yes,
that's right around the fucking corner. And we're acting like we're partying like it's 1999 up in here. And nobody seems to even want to talk about it. Like, we're all so concerned about everything but the environment. You know what I mean? And even the people that are concerned with the environment, typically their concern begins and ends with Paris Climate Accord nowadays as another 10th measure. If that.
I just don't feel like people. Well, don't you think most people just feel powerless? Is ultimately what it is. They just look at it and go, "Oh, what can I really do?"
They are powerless if they keep fucking distracting themselves with shit that doesn't matter while the world burns. They are powerless. If we don't get together, then
the problem is that you basically, to actually fix these things, you need like global cooperation. You need broad systemic change that's like supported by the majority of people in every fucking country. And
how do you get that?
Like, that's
I know how to get it.
I've heard some tall orders, but
I know how to get it.
How?
Go ahead.
This overblown military budget that we've got, put that shit to use. Let the eagle soar. Let him soar like he's never soared before. Take over every goddamn motherfucking country, and then what are they going to do? You can't tell me it's impossible. It's not. And the first one to make that goddamn chess move is going to win. They're going to rule the world. We going to let it be China, or are we going to let the eagle soar? Let's use this military surplus that we've got. Let's use this fucking fleet that dominates the world. There's nobody in the world that's got a navy like ours. Am I wrong?
I don't believe there is.
No.
Let the eagle soar. It's time. Take over the world. Implement the fucking sane, rational response to fucking climate change. Prepare for the coming collapse. Preserve life. Move forward with a new vision. That's what we Americans do.
Yeah, take it over. Burn it down so that something new may rise from the ashes.
We'll burn the cities down. And then
CD Projekt assures investors that Cyberpunk 2077 is really, actually, definitely releasing on December 10th.
And you cannot blame them, dude, because, I mean, like, the Bioshock series is a perfect example. Like, they had the last Bioshock Infinite came out and fucking sunk the studio. So, I don't blame them for being a little worried.
The CD Projekt Red has pushed this game back, I think, 6 times now. It was supposed to have been out, I think, in 2019 when it was first announced.
It says here April 2020.
So yeah, whatever it was way back in the day, and then it was pushed, and then it's been kicked. It's been kicked like 3 times, and the last time they kicked it to December 10th, which is here in just a few days. And now they're pinky promising everybody. Here's some examples of them. Like, here's a dude that, look, hi, before I book the 19th off work tomorrow, can I have full confirmation the game is going to come out that day? No take backsies. And the fucking studio said full confirmation. And then they had to fucking come and respond the next month like, well, fuck.
It was like the next day, looks like.
Yeah. Well, foo.
Yeah, it was the next day. They're just like, oops. Sorry about that.
Dude took the fucking day off work. They just been.
Dude, I saw some people who were so like. I remember the last time it got delayed because I remember last time it got delayed. I was like, people were fucking losing their goddamn minds on Twitter and shit. Like, this fucking I'm gonna burn this fucking shit to the ground.
Okay,
Fucking.
I can tell you why. I can tell you exactly why people are so hyped for this fucking game.
It does look pretty cool. So
I mean, but there's a lot of games that look cool. Let's be honest. There's a lot of games with a cyberpunk theme to them. There's a lot of games set with this type of setting. There's a lot, right? The reason people are so stoked for this game is because CD Projekt Red is developing it. They are one of the only studios outside of Bethesda that can still make a competent RPG. They made all the Witcher games. And that's the franchise that really fucking like made their studio. And so this is a totally new non-fantasy setting from CD Projekt Red in a setting that people are it's really hot right now. Cyberpunk type of shit is back in a big way. And this game looks fucking amazing. The amount of customization and different avenues that you can take to solve the same problem and blah, 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 blah. They've really promised a lot with this game. So they've upped the hype meter. They've made a game that's really beloved, or a game series that's really beloved before. So the hype is off the charts for this fucking game. But they're a smaller studio. They don't have the backing of like a Bethesda, which is now, I believe, owned by Electronic Arts, if I'm not mistaken. Microsoft, sorry. I always get it mixed up. But you get my drift, good. Right? They don't have
Megacorp owns them now. Yeah.
Right. And so it's like they keep promising. And I don't know if I believe or not. I've pre-purchased this game back like months and months ago because I knew I was going to play it.
I'm going to play it, dude. The hype for this game is so big. It's like you kind of like, if you have any interest in games, it's like a game you have to check out. It's like everyone's been talking about.
It's going to be the game of 2020.
It's good or bad.
It's going to be the most talked about game of 2020 probably if they manage to release it in 2020. It'll end up being the biggest game released this year, I would imagine, if it actually drops.
I have to imagine at this point they have to. I mean, like if they
or
don't,
2021, I guess. You know what I mean?
If they push it again, man, I don't know. I mean, that's gonna get like, look, the more people that like the longer you push a game back, the more people are gonna be convinced. Like, is this really gonna be a good game? And I know, and it might be a false perception, but perception makes reality. So at the end of the day, I'm sure a lot of people are still gonna play it, no matter if it's good or bad or when the fuck ever it comes out.
Yeah.
But it's only ultimately the longer it's delayed, the more questions it's going to raise. So
I hope tomorrow they're like February 17th. You guys, sorry,
Cyberpunk 2020
stuff.
See, this is why, like, I personally, I don't I would like to play the game, but I don't get fanboy hyped up for games or movies and shit anymore. Like, I allowed myself to get there with Dune, and look what happened to me.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You guys, but that's a rare departure for me. Like nowadays, I'm like, okay, whenever it comes out, it comes out. I ain't all fucking
I'm
so
the
hyped.
same way.
Like Cyberpunk will be good when it comes out. I'm willing to wait to fucking January or February or whatever the fuck, or even whatever. Like when it comes out, I'll play it. I own it already. So
you want to play it when it's ready. That's what you're saying. You're like, give me the game when it's fucking ready. And I agree with you, man. Like people ride these companies' asses. Like, wouldn't you rather have a fucking awesome, fun game than a rushed out piece of shit?
Scotty, we're still not going to get that. We're not going to get that with this game. Like every other fucking game is released with bugs now. But you remember back on the fucking Nintendo, there was no patches. Now games are way simpler.
Ship as is.
But I'm just telling you, it is possible to ship a game that is playable out of the box with no game breaking bugs, but people just don't do it anymore. They let you beta test the game. And so it's probably a little stupid of me to even play this on release day. It'd be smart of me to wait about a month to play Cyberpunk, because after that, the first big patch will be out that fix all the fucking bugs. And I won't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know what? It's fun to find bugs sometimes, too.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel you.
If it's funny.
But you know what?
If it's funny exploit, or if it's a funny bug, or if it's a fun exploit, then yeah. But usually it's like your game crashes when you try and talk to this NPC, or if you have this in your inventory and you try to enter this.
That's unforgivable.
That type of shit will happen. Guaranteed. I guarantee it. Almost fucking
you're
guaranteed.
Probably right.
A rushed game is bad forever, but a delayed game can be good.
That's true. And I hope
Dylan Ostrowski from the chat.
I really hope that CD Projekt Red has spent this extra time that they've had these extra months, like putting some real spit and polish and quality assurance on this game, so that when it comes out, it plays good, it runs good. You know, it's fun, it's responsive.
They better, because they're betting their fucking company. And people can talk about The Witcher and shit. If this is a big flop for them, if this is like, oh, this is dog shit,
dude,
that could end the studio right there.
If this is no. If this is a flop, I guarantee you what'll happen is The Witcher 4 will be announced within like fucking like
Which 4?
Yeah.
The Witcher 4 monster apocalypse or whatever. It'll be over, dude.
They might get bought out, dude. It can happen. You're right. The Witcher's worth a lot, especially having a TV show now. Like, it's worth a lot. The property's worth. So, but
even if this does well, the likelihood of CD Projekt Red being bought out is pretty fucking high. Like, if this does really well, EA, Microsoft, all these big developers, they're gonna be headhunting. You know what I mean? They're gonna be looking,
knocking on those doors.
Yep, Sega. Hello there, sir. Can we ruin your company?
Right? Yes, of course. Right this way. What we need?
We've got $1 billion here for you. And it's like, yep, sure. I don't blame the people that own CD Projekt Red, but it's going to be a sad day when it happens. And I almost guarantee it happened. Dude, it happened to Bethesda. Bethesda was like, oh, yeah, we'd be better off being like a Microsoft subsidiary. You know what I mean?
Well, it was ZeniMax, which is like the parent company that held all those companies, and they were bought. Of course, so Bethesda goes along with them. I mean, I don't know. I guess we're moving on, so whatever.
Bill Barr bashed in right-wing media after election fraud comments. He is either a liar or a fool. Or both.
For the Attorney General of the United States to make that statement.
I don't know why this other stuff.
So wait a minute. Lou Dobbs has turned on the fucking president now?
No. Lou Dobbs has turned on Barr.
He sucks Trump's dick, dude. He loves Trump.
Wait a minute.
Few suck the Trump dick harder than Lou Dobbs.
Wait a minute. What did Barr say that he was?
Barr said there was no evidence. Oh, well, here you'll hear it.
For the Attorney General of the United States to make that statement, he is either a liar.
I'll read the statement he made because apparently they cut that. To date, we have not seen fraud on a scale that could have affected a different outcome in the election. That's Bill Barr on.
So that's basically him just saying there's really not like what we have found, if anything, is tiny little shit double ballots.
So like you don't have nothing. He's basically
the extreme. No, dude, Blue Dobbs attacking Bill Barr is like, Bill Barr is the biggest bootlicker you could ever find. Like, he believes in like absolute presidential power. That's why fucking Trump appointed him. If you look at his history and the things he's believed and the opinions he's written, that's pretty much how he's always sided. That's why Trump wanted him as Attorney fucking General. So for Lou Dobbs to come and be like, he's really not conservative. He's a liar. It's like, this just shows you like how out of whack.
Let's hear him out, Scotty.
Reality.
Let's hear him out, Scotty. Come on.
United States to make that statement, he is either a liar or a fool or both.
Fox Business host Lou Dobbs lashed out. Blah, blah, blah.
He may be perhaps compromised. He may be simply unprincipled, or he may be personally distraught or ill. But in no way can he honestly stand up before the American people and say that the FBI has, with any integrity or intensity, investigated voter fraud in this country and then say it did not amount to anything.
Barr had told the Associated Press, to date, we have not seen fraud on a scale that could have affected a different outcome in the election.
I feel like Lou Dobbs is trying to make himself like a Trump clone, dude.
I am the new Trump
version. He's a little pastier Trump clone.
So aside from Lou Dobbs, if you went to like the Donald.win the day after that, you saw a lot of, Barr is a fucking. I hope they have my favorite comment was like, I hope they have a rope strong enough to fucking hang that fat fuck.
Jesus.
Yeah.
They're going crazy over there.
Yeah, like anybody who fucking speaks out against the president at this point that used to be on his side, like anybody who was like, I think Trump's lost this one. They're like, treason, kill him.
Like,
Burning's too good for him. Hanging's too good for him.
At what point are people like Lou Dobbs and shit in the media that keep propagating this completely and utterly debunked in the court system fucking allegation that there was widespread voter fraud that led to Joe Biden's win, right? Mm-hmm. At what point are they crossing the line into inciting violence and shit?
I think it's already past it.
But I mean, like at what point is it enforced?
Oh.
Because it's starting to rant. Like Lou Dobbs is in fantasy fucking cuckoo la la land with this fucking shit.
He's been compromised. He's ill. There's something wrong with him. To question reality, it's like, what reality are we talking about?
What reality? Are you alleging the collusion of like multiple fucking federal courts in multiple states over the course of multiple lawsuits that have all found nothing, either been dismissed or voluntarily withdrawn and shit? Like there's been nothing. There's been nada. There's been nothing but fucking grist for the mill from fucking QAnon types. Nothing burger stories that when investigated turn out to be completely fucking wrong or completely fucking fabricated.
Oh, they've all been conditioned. That's why the whole thing was like, this is all fake. It's all a lie. It's all fake. It's all fake. Because now, just tell them whatever they want to hear. What are they saying?
You've got Rudy Giuliani sprouting a fucking oil leak on the fucking live TV.
Patch this up, sorry.
Talking about chastising people for asking for evidence when he's at, like the whole press conference, all he's doing is talking about all the evidence they have.
It's a fucking joke, dude. We're in a fucking sideshow, and it's like, it's pathetic. And the fact that people believe this shit and like hear this shit, no, the country, oh man, when Biden's gonna get you, oh my, they're hand wringing over Biden, dude. Oh my god, it's like, are you fucking kidding me? Like Biden is so middle of the fucking road, bland, inoffensive, not gonna change anything, not gonna rock the boat. Biden was voted as a stability vote. That's why people like, if you really talk, I think they dive down deep into it. It was like, I think the status quo, going back to the way I want it to be, is most likely to happen with Joe Biden. That's why he got voted in office. And nothing else. There was no other reason. It was either against Trump or for stability. Like, we need stability. And that's what you hear everyone saying. We just need stability, stability, stability. It's like, we're not going to have stability. If like you look at everything going on around us in the world, it's not to be a depressed asshole. It's just say it's not looking great. We have a fucking pandemic. We have climate change. We have so many other fucking issues.
Like Trump ain't going nowhere either. I mean, until he's dead.
He's said now. I mean, what does it really matter what Trump says? But he said in 2024 he's running.
Right. Well, I'm just saying he's not going nowhere. Like he's going to maintain his little cult. He's going to continue to fucking be a fucking factor.
TJ, he's raking in the fucking dough right now.
And that means too that like the Democrats, they're not going to have to switch to any sort of like policy based thing. They're just going to be able to continue to be like, oh, that Trump threat still looms on the horizon, you guys.
Well, then hold it at bay.
The fact that Trump won't go away means basically that the Democrats will be able to continue to define themselves as the anti-Trump party for the foreseeable future, and won't have to do anything to actually like earn votes.
Did you guys cover the? Have you pulled anything about that joke of a stimulus package that was
I didn't even hear about it.
I think I did. I think one of the stories I sent you, TJ, was the joke. Fucking.
Well, if you pulled it, then I got it. If not,
cool.
then
well, we'll see. If not, we'll pull it up at some point and see.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure.
Biden's doctor says he has hairline fractures in his foot after slipping while playing with his dog.
Dude, this is the first of many of these stories, by the way.
Yeah, Grandpa Biden.
Oops.
Biden hopes to be out of wheelchair by Christmas after a nasty fall.
President-elect Joe Biden has hairline fractures in his midfoot and will likely require a walking boot for several weeks, his doctor said in a statement Sunday after Biden slipped while playing with his dog Major Saturday. Come here, Major. Come here.
Whoa. I mean, if you want me to actually give Joe Biden points for something, it's that he was actually playing with his dog. Because Trump didn't even have a fucking dog. At least Joe Biden was like at least Joe
Trump
Biden
doesn't like animals.
He sucks, dude. That's a gross thing.
Oh yeah, initial X-rays.
I don't think he even likes himself. Too.
That's really all you need to know about Trump, dude. Is that he fucking doesn't like animals.
And he likes the steak well done, so fuck
yeah. He eats a steak well done with ketchup on it.
kind of a fucking pussy does that, dude? I'm gonna go to a fancy steakhouse. You know, Trump's some rich fuck. He's going to a nice steakhouse and he's getting a steak burnt to the fucking
he's getting some
crisp.
fucking world-class chef who trained all their life to like burn a steak and give him some ketchup. It's like, ugh, fuck you. You disgust me. Okay, anyway. Initial x-rays did not show any obvious fracture, but his clinical exam warranted more detailed imaging. Dr. Kevin O'Connor said Sunday, following up CT scan confirmed hairline. Then parentheses, small.
Small.
Like, who doesn't know what a hairline fracture is? Of President-elect Biden's lateral and intermediate cuneiform bones, which are in the midfoot. Okay. Earlier Sunday, Biden's office announced he was going to be examined by an orthopedist out of an abundance of caution after he twisted his ankle playing with his dog. On Sunday evening, President Trump tweeted, "Get well soon." Oh, a troll, dude. Get well soon. Oh,
Whatever.
fuck.
Dude, fucking salty old Trump, dude.
Biden, who celebrated his 78th birthday on November 20th. I'm president. I'm the president now. Hey, Paul Seagal, I'm your
I
fucking
can't wait to see
president.
Biden wandering around like with the fucking rake, raking leaves up. Like, isn't there a crisis? Oh, Joe, get to it. He's raking leaves right now.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Some stuff is going to change around here. Ah, you darn tootin' it will. You better wait as soon as I'm done with my nap and eating my strained peas. Some stuff's going to get changed around these parts. You better believe. Oh, my God, dude. The fucking
During the
grandpa
campaign.
principle.
During the campaign, the Biden campaign, nice writing, released a summary of Biden's medical history, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, he hurt his footsie.
Guys,
Oh, man.
he is a healthy, vigorous 77-year-old that is completely fit for office.
78.
Completely fit.
78.
Well, I'm reading what the doctor said, TJ. He said 77.
Well, it said he
I don't
turned
know why.
78. So I don't know. His doctor doesn't even know how old he is. His doctor's
Maybe his
senile.
doctor's
too. He's
senile,
so old,
yeah.
his fucking doctor's senile. Fuck. I don't know what to tell you.
He's in great shape for a 50-year-old man.
So I pulled this one for you, Scotty. Trump is acting like a sore loser and deceiving his supporters to build up his own slush fund. So
That's
this
great,
is the
dude.
relevant paragraph here.
Duh.
Keeler argued, even though it hurts the nation and undermines American democracy, part of why President Trump is dragging out his baseless protests against the election results, other than being a sore loser, is that he is raising cash off it, a lot of it. Since the election, a source tells CNN he has raised more than $170 million. Now, Scotty, I know you were, what's this?
Here's the text message.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
read
Scotty.
you some stuff.
Yeah, read me the text you're getting from Trump's campaign.
All right. So yesterday, Don Jr., urgent. My father's asked for a list of every patriot who steps up. I'm sending the list in 1 hour. Ensure he sees your name. Donate. Final notice. President Trump extended your 1,000%
What the fuck
offer.
is that? Is that like a veiled threat that, like, if your name isn't on this list, Trump is going to send the goon squad after you or some shit?
I don't know. We need you to help us stop this chaos. 1,000% offer reactivated for 1 hour. Congratulations. They try every tact. You won the Trump 1,000% impact extension. President Trump will look for your name in 1 hour, friend. Donate 10 and claim now.
Dude,
President
this is just
Trump.
a total fucking scam.
It
Yeah,
is.
correct.
We must defend Georgia from the Dems. We've activated 1,000% offer for 1 hour to put America first. Step up and act now.
1,000% offer? What? So
Yeah, dude, they did this weird shit where they like claim that they're gonna like whatever you donate will be increased by 1,000% through some kind of weird voodoo magic that we do over here. Like it started at like 350, like activate 350%.
So wait a minute. Aren't you having to pay for that activation with the 1,000, like with the donation money? Like wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. It creates a vortex. So wait a minute. You're asking them to donate money to you.
You can pay with Apple Pay too. How convenient.
So you're asking them to. Okay. So wait a minute. This would be like me going, TJ, if you give me $100 right now, within the next fucking hour, bro, I will send you $100,000, dude. 1,000% increase.
See, this is it's even dumber than that, Paul. It's like if I come to you and be like, Paul, if you give my campaign $10, we're going to activate 1,000% support to make that $10 turn into $100 or $1,000 or whatever the fuck. Like they think like there's it's basically their way of like making you think like if I give them $100 and it's got the 1,000% modifier, then I'm basically giving them $1,000 or whatever.
Well, look right here. It shows you. It shows your contribution.
Yeah, show them tell them what your we can't really read it, so just
you can't read it. So your contribution. So they list this. This is basically what they want from you: $100. Your total impact $1,100.
Yeah. So you get 11. Yeah, you give them $100. They get you buy $1,100 worth of impact with that $100.
And for $500, TJ, $500, TJ, you get to join the election defense team. $1,000, you join the election defense team, and you join the Trump 100 Club. $2,800, you get to join the election defense team, join the Trump for 100 Club, and join the First Family Circle, dude. You're in the circle then, TJ.
That's so cool, right?
75% of the money goes to Trump super PAC, and 25% goes to the RNC operating budget.
This is just a straight out grift of a fucking scam that is totally illegal. It's like a total pyramid scheme scam where you're telling people their money's going to one thing. Aren't there rules about soliciting money from people and telling them like it goes here, but then it doesn't?
No, they just
go
where the money goes. By the way, so it's like a Saving America super PAC. That's Trump's.
It's just buried. So let me guess. It's just buried in like the small print or whatever, or the
yeah.
You know what I mean? The EULA or whatever, the website. It's just, you know.
Read the small print, Scotty.
Sure.
Read us the small print.
I'm looking at Open Secrets, and I think that's where Trump. So contributions to TMAGA-C made by an individual / federal multi-candidate political committee will be allocated according to the following formula. 75% of each contribution, first to Save America, up to $5,000, then to Donald Trump's TP's recount account, up to a maximum of $2,800 or $5,000. 25% of each contribution to the RNC's operating account, up to a maximum of $35,000 or $15,000. I guess it depends on who's giving the money. Any additional funds will go to the RNC deposit in the RNC's legal proceedings account for headquarters account, up to a maximum of $213,000 or $90,000. Notwithstanding this allocation formula, a contributor may designate a contribution for a specific participant or participants. So I guess if you're like, what they're saying is if you say I want to give the money to Trump, then that's probably how they do it. They just say, money's earmarked for Trump.
No understand.
You can tell them where you want to give the money. So if you're saying I want the money to go to Trump, the money goes to him. And the contribution it goes to Trump Make America Great Again Committee.
Dude, okay. I want to join the Freedom Defense Force or whatever the fuck it was.
You want to join it?
I want to join the First Family Circle. I want to eat dinner with fucking Don Jr.
2,800 bones.
Yeah. So do we get to eat a dinner with Trump at that point?
Well, I think to do that you have to go to join his Mar-a-Lago club.
You get to get a straw.
I don't want the Mar-a-Lago shit. You know what I want? Here's my fantasy. Here's my Trump fantasy, right? I want to walk into a room and I want to see Trump standing there with that big ass banquet table covered in fucking stacked high with them fucking fast food burgers like he did for the the two sports teams and shit. I want to attend one of his fancy fast food soirees. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, if you start sucking up the Trump,
there you go, DJ. All the Big Macs you can fucking eat. You know, dude, and it's like, whoa.
Well, I'll tell you what you gotta do.
You truly have made America
go to your channel.
Great again.
Say you were wrong about Trump. He won the election. Just totally change everything. Get a bunch of fucking bootlickers on your side and get influence in that community. Then be like, I want to meet Trump and have a fast food banquet. Then he'll probably do it if enough people fucking want it to happen.
Yeah. Me and fucking Styx Hexenhammer and fucking what's the other guy? Steven Crowder.
You guys all be there.
Shapiro. We can all fucking eat cheeseburgers together.
Freedom burger.
President
Trump. The Green New Deal wants this to be extinct. We have something to say to that. Freedom
Then
tastes good.
we'll just throw the fucking boxes out the window. Like, take that, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, you stupid bitch.
Yeah,
There's
tear
my
'em up,
Green
litter
New
everywhere.
Deal. Fucking plastic and shit everywhere. It's wonderful.
Sounds like freedom to me. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Oh my god, I'm sorry, guys.
It's beautiful fucking freedom. This would probably be about the point in the show where we kill the plebs. So plebs,
We kill
you're dead.
them?
Yeah, you're dead.
sorry,
the only way to
plebs.
survive is to join our
Take me
Patreon.
up on the bar.
By the way, guys, plebs, we're activating a new TFF offer right now.
1,000% offer. 1,000% offer. 1,000% offer. 1,000%
will be
offer. 1,000%.
magnified by a billion trillion percent modifier
1 billion%
on
off
all new
For
patrons.
1 billion%.
Whoa!
Inception music.
Yes!
Gotta subscribe on Patreon for the rest of the show. If you don't, then it means that your mama is a dirty hoe. Yes, you need to subscribe, damn pleb. Goddamn pleb.